Welcome back, everyone, to its Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol only on It Is the Last Call YouTube channel. Now, joining me on the line, this man here, well, he will be fighting once again. It's going to be only on Showtime in June, and he'll be getting a big step up in competition in his Bellator debut, taking on Tywan Claxton. But while he's ready for it and a whole lot more, I give you the pride and joy out of Denver, Colorado, or parts in Colorado. I give you it is Justin Gonzales. Justin, so let's start off here. It's you. It's Tywan Claxton. You told me before you want a big fight. You don't want to, as they say, pussyfoot around. Is this a big fight for you right off the bat? Are you happy with this fight?
Absolutely. I mean, dude, this fight's man, he's ranked number 9 right now for Bellator. He's tough. What he does. This is the type of fights I want, man. Like, I'm not here to mess around. I'm trying to win that belt. I'm trying to be the best in the world. I'm trying to be the best to ever do it, ever. So this is a good starting point for me, man. Assuming I win, I should jump in the rankings right away. So, and then from there, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I should just keep taking fights, climbing up the rankings, doing what I got to do. And then, with some time, man, I'll get that belt, So I'm so pumped. I'm blessed. It's a great starting fight for me to make a statement and just start taking over. So, yeah.
Break it down for us here. What does he bring to the table? Like, when you look at him, and he's pretty good. He's 6-2. He's, you look at his only, say, bad loss. That was Manuel Sanchez, who top 2, top 3 guy in the division. What makes him dangerous? Like, what makes him dangerous compared to, let's say, anybody you face so far right
now? Tywan's a different type of fighter, man. He's a really good wrestler, which is awesome for me because I feel I'm a really good wrestler. Just the style of fight he takes and the things he does. He'll push you up against the cage. He'll take you down, and he's active. He's in good shape. So if you don't come in ready, you're going to be in trouble, man. This guy's, it excites me, man. I'm not going to say it scares me, but it excites me. And it makes me do the right things. It makes me do those extra sprints at the end of practice. It makes me go on those extra runs and stay late and really learn the concept of what we're learning in class. It's, man, it's hard to say. He's lost some tough guys. He's beaten some tough guys. His whole career has been with Bellator, which it's exciting, man. It's hard to say, man. He's really good at what he does. He makes you kind of fight his style of fight. So, I'm in there to not let that happen. I'm trying to pull him into fighting my game. And if he wants to wrestle, I'm about that life, man. I was a D1 wrestler too. So, it's kind of like, this is a really exciting fight for me as well. It's just the style matchup, the clashes, who's going to be better in these positions and who's going to take advantage or who could exploit some holes in their game, which I plan on doing. So
you mentioned before, he's very patient and he likes to stay from the outside. He'll use a lot of, quickness. We've seen that before with him. How big is it to, as you said, figure out that distance very quickly? A part where you can get in, start blasting him, but he really can't just either pick you apart or force you to have to do something where you make a mistake. How big is it, right off the bat to figure out, okay, I gotta get into that sweet spot?
That's a funky question. That is a very important part of the game. He likes to fight from the outside, but then once he gets his hands on you, you got to be ready to go. Which it's funny because I feel like I'm the same guy. I'll like to stand, bang, kind of pick my shots, pick you apart, and then once I get my hands on you, like, you're getting taken down. He's a southpaw, so it's a little bit different angles, looking for different setups, different baits, and it's funky, man. He's got a weird body style, like, he's kind of compact, but he's got these really long arms. So it's gonna be fun to kind of play with this range, making him bite on some things, setting some things up. And I think that's exactly how you got to fight somebody like this, is you get super close, you're in danger of getting taken down. But I mean, hey man, let's be honest. I'm in close. I'm gonna try to take you down too. Um, Setting up some timing, some angles, finding that range like we talked about, and just kind of capitalizing on his mistakes. He fights a certain way, and he's with a different camp now, so he might be a different fighter now. But it's, to be honest, man, I'm more focused on me. I'm more focused on my what we're gonna do, growing as a fighter, learning all these different positions, and just I mean, I haven't fought in like a year. By the time I fight, it'll be 364 days. So it'll be just under a year. So I think I'm a new, improved fighter. I think I've evolved. I think I've leveled up in a lot of different aspects of the game that I haven't had a chance to showcase yet. So it's fun, man. I'm really excited to do what I got to do.
It's been a tough year for you, right? And I know you and I have talked about it, and that's been, as I said, just stop start. You're all, because of COVID, a lot of fights, got dropped. You yourself have been dealing with a lot of things. How tough has this year been overall, just mentally, where it almost feels like everything's piling on and you have no control, and you're going, okay, God, I need a break. I can't take this thing. Give me let's let things break here for me a bit.
Oh man, COVID was tough on everybody, man. It's we're not through it quite yet, but we're on the right track. I think things are starting to open up here in Colorado and Weld County, where I'm from. They kind of made it I guess let me say this like this. Colorado is still not open, but in Weld County, they made it so that the businesses can choose, which I fully support. I think that's kind of how it should be. Some businesses want you to wear a mask when you come in. Some businesses, like, we don't give a shit, So it's like, that was obviously a big factor on everybody, man. We had a lot of fights cancel and just getting ready, and then trying to peak, and then you got to tone it back down, and then no fight at all. So you're like not knowing when you're going to fight and trying to stay ready with limited resources. I mean, lucky for me, some of my friends, my best friends are fighters, teammates, my brothers. So we were able to kind of stay active a little bit, but it's tough, man, not knowing what's going to happen. There's a lot of things that kind of happen in this game. Fighters pull out, whether it's COVID related, whether it's injury, whether, I don't know, mentally just not up for it. But I think you said it best, man. A lot of these things are out of my control. So I can only control what I can control. So I can't let these outside factors that are out of my control mess with my head. I can't be down on it. Like, yeah, it sucks. But like I said, I like to focus on me. And as long as I'm doing the right things, as long as I'm training, I'm doing everything I need to do, that's ultimately what I need to focus on, man. Like I said this quote before, winners focus on winners, losers focus on winners. So if I'm over here focusing on all these things that are out of my control, it's just, it's really going to eat you up, man, really mess with you, mess with your training, mess with your mental state. And it's just really hard to fight like that. So I try not to let too much bother me, man. It's I got a good life, things were tough. We got to get through it. And now I'm just ready to fight, man. So I can't complain.
You mentioned before, but you had to deal with death this past year because of COVID. How much did that sort of wake everything up? Because even with people getting sick from COVID, and whether you're on one side or the other, this disease has hit a lot of people. How much does this basically force you to have to grow up all this stuff? Because this isn't training, this isn't fighting, it's not winning and losing. There's people who have gotten sick, lost their jobs, have died. And you're going, there's that helpless feeling because, as you said, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's man, it's a really scary thing, man. It affects so many people differently. Like it's hard to say, man, because I'm a firm believer, like, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm good. I mean, I don't know, wrestling, I've been exposed to a lot of crazy different things, so I feel my immunity is a little bit stronger than most. But I also take care of my body, do the right things. I use hand sanitizer. I used to take my multivitamin, however you want to put it. Um, it's just really just, I don't know, man. It's hard, man. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert on this, so I can't really say I have all the answers for it. But you know, I just feel like if you're scared, you got to kind of live a little bit of a different life, man. If you're worried, if you're at risk, or you have a weakened immune system, maybe you're a little bit older, you know, yeah, you should absolutely wear your mask and just live your life with a little bit of precaution. But I think it's kind of hard to have everybody really just take away their natural rights of living their lives. You know, it's a gray area, man. It's in the mix. I've seen plenty of friends my age get really fucked up from this. So being on ventilators and stuff, man, it's not an easy thing to go through. So it kind of just opens my eyes to it. And just, I mean, I try to look at it from this point of, if I test positive when I go out there, I'm not fighting. I don't fight. I don't get paid. So not only for me, but for my opponent, man, it's just a respect thing of, you know, you do kind of take the right precautions, and you do got to kind of follow these bylaws, guidelines, whatever you want to call them, just to not only for your sake, but like some people around you, man. Like I try to think of it as how pissed I would be if somebody had COVID and they were over there hanging out with my grandma, man. I'd be a little upset with that person, you know? So I try to think of it as that standpoint of like, you know, just respect for others. I mean, I'm still gonna live my life. I still go out. Like I went to the fights last night up in Wyoming, and Wyoming they don't have a mask mandate. They're pretty much open. I don't think they ever shut down. So it is a little bit different, but I mean, teach their own. It's tough. It's a tough spot to say, you know, since like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but I mean, I like to live my life the way I like to live my life. So I guess I'll leave it at that.
If you're just tuning in, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we got Justin Gonzales on the show. We're talking all things, of course, COVID. We're talking his Bellator debut as he gets ready to fight Tywan Claxton once again, only on, it will be Showtime Bellator 2. I'm looking here once again. It's going to be Bellator 260, June 11th. How excited are you about that? Because as you said, it's real now. This is, you know, you've been walking through the ranks. You've been fighting all the independent guys. You've been fighting regional guys. Now it's going to be televised. Now you're on Showtime. I know as a fighter you're focused and everything, but as a guy who just loves the sport, how geeked are you that you're on your debut? You're fighting on the same card as the welterweight title, and it's on Showtime.
Man, you know, Lima's a big name. That guy he's fighting is a big name. I think he's undefeated. So man, being on the undercard for that and for my debut just gives me the opportunities to skyrocket myself. Man, it's so exciting. Like we've talked, man, I've been on the show before, and it just seems like this was a little bit long overdue, man. I've beaten everybody they put in front of me. And man, there might have been maybe a few rounds that you could argue I've lost. I just feel like I was ready for the next step. I mean, I think I proved it time and time again. I'm growing as a fighter, and just, man, to work so hard for years, make all these sacrifices, and just for it finally to be in my grasp, man, I'm so fucking pumped about it. I'm blessed. I got a good life, man. I live a good life. I do the right things. I bust my ass, and now I'm rewarded for it. So now I get to go have some fun, go show the world what's up, and just do what I love to do, man. And I get paid for it. I get paid to beat people up. I get glorified for it. It's fucking cool, man. It's what else can I say, man? Not many people get to say they truly love their job, and I do. So that alone is a win in my book.
When do you expect that? Yeah, who's more excited about this, you or your family? Because they've seen the long road. They've been down this path, you know, seeing you struggle, seeing you fight for almost nothing, going to fight cards, and, you know, having to sometimes fighting, not the greatest conditions, bingo halls. How happy were they when you got, when you finally get that fight and they realize it's happening, it's real, this is actually gonna happen
Um, I don't know. My family was pretty pumped for me, man. I think they were more excited than I was, to be honest. And I was really excited about it. Just I remember getting the call. I was sitting at my house and we were talking with managers, and they're just like, "Hey, man, we got some options." So start laying out these options, and I told them, I was like, "I just want some time to think about it." Talked with my coaches. They were on board, and they were like, "Warrior, you're a guy." They gave me their opinion, gave me what they thought was best, but ultimately they said, like, "You're not going to make the wrong choice anywhere you go. Whatever you decide, we support you, we ride for you, die for you 100%. So talked with them first, and then I talked to my family about it, and they were pretty pumped, man. Like you said, they see me bust my ass, sacrifice, man, like missing a lot of cool events so I can pursue this dream. So they know how much this means to me. And just, man, it's not everybody gets to see that. So, I mean, it's just really, it meant a lot to me, man. It was pulling on my heartstrings. I think my grams shed a couple tears. My mom was pretty happy, ran up, gave me a big old hug. Dad just told me, he's like, I'm proud of you. This is what you wanted, and now you got a chance to do it. So do it, and do it big, do it the way you want to do it. And it's cool, man. I made the decision. I get to take 3 coaches out. So I'm gonna take my coach Mike Aliris, my coach Ryan Schultz, and then I told my little brother he can come with us, hang out with me for the week, keep me level-headed. He used to fight as well, so it's kind of cool to be able to share this moment with him too. So
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I give you, he'll be fighting once again. It's going to be June 11th, only on Showtime. He'll be taking on Tywan Claxton. We're excited about it. I give you, it's none other than the pride and joy of Colorado. I give you, it's Justin Gonzales. Justin, before I let you go, where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? And who are the sponsors going to be for this fight coming up?
For me personal or for Bellator?
Yeah, for you personally.
Me personal. I got a few sponsors. So let's start with this. If you guys want to follow my journey, you guys want to see what I'm doing, some training, some of my outside life, hanging out with my nieces and nephews. It's summer. It's pretty much summer. I'm gonna be hitting the lake. I'm gonna be going camping. You guys get to see everything I get to do. You guys can follow me. JTrain_1991, man. That's my handle on Twitter. That's my Instagram, Snapchat, and my Facebook is Justin J Train Gonzales, or at JTrain MMA. So dude, give me a follow, man. I'm pretty open book. You guys got questions? You guys want to see what's going on in my life? I'm an open book, man. I'll talk to you. I'll message you back, within reason. I got a busy schedule. So, but I like people seeing what I'm about. I mean, what you see is what you get. I'm an open book, man. I try to keep it real, try to keep it 100 with people. So as for my sponsors, 5280 Sports Apparel, love you guys. Thank you guys for everything you do. Janice Sports Management, man, those guys are awesome. Thank you guys for managing me. 5 Star, Schmitz Telecom, Faithful Roofing, RNG Body Art. I mean, man, if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Team Taylor, Trials, Top Notch. I love you guys. You guys know what it is, man. So shoot, man. I mean, there's not much else to say, man. I'm here and I'm not here to fuck around. I'm here to take over. So check me out June 11th, Bellator 260.
Justin Gonzales, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are proud to have him on the show. We come back, but we got a whole lot more only on It Is Last Call. Last Call with the alcohol only on the Last Call YouTube channel.